Hey, what is up, guys? In today's video, I got myself here a copy of NHL 25 for the Xbox Series X. Now, when it comes to sports games, there are a dime a dozen. You know what they're about. They usually just try to replicate the sport as best as they can, while at the same time being an incremental improvement on the previous year's entries. So case in point, NHL 25, I have no doubt is just an incremental improvement on NHL 24, which in of itself is an incremental improvement on the previous year, and so on and so forth. With that said, NHL 25 is actually the first game to not feature a last gen counterpart. Yes, so last year, 2024, that was the first time they opted to not release a last gen version and just focus exclusively on the next gen consoles, which is interesting because historically, when it comes to sports games, these are usually the last ones to make it to last gen hardware. And yet, fast forward to the year 2025, we're still getting big budget AAA games like Call of Duty Black Ops 7, which is insane to think about. Now, generally, when it comes to a sport game, because they're annualized releases, the price of these drop significantly after the next year's entry. And we're getting the next year's entry in a month's time, but I thought it was interesting how the price of this was so low. Now, you can actually play NHL 25 through Xbox Game Pass right now, um, but in the case of the physical edition, I saw copies of these for selling for $9 on the shelf. But then I saw this copy. For whatever reason, it was being sold for $5.40 or $6, a little more than $6 after tax. And yeah, I opted to pick it up because, as it turns out, you can actually trade this in right now at EB Games and get $10 out of it and make a profit, which I'll probably do soon before the next game comes out. But for the time being, I'm actually gonna, well, pop it in my console and see how it is. So on the front, of course, we got the sticker, which I will now remove because I don't need it. I really just, yeah, I gotta be careful now. I don't want to mess up the art here. But that's the thing I don't like about these stickers they use. It's like they, yeah, you see, it actually just sticks there and is like it's actually damaging the whole thing. But yeah, aside from that, you can, I don't know. Okay, I don't have no idea who this player is. I am not. Like, I don't even know what. Is that the? Oh, it's the Canucks. Okay, I think. I'm not. Ironically, I've not actually been paying attention to hockey. But yeah, I'm assuming it's a Canucks player. I don't know who it is. You guys can probably tell me in the comment section who it is. So here's the spine. You can see it just says Xbox on it and not Xbox One because, of course, it's a series console game. Although I kind of wish they did put series on here. On the back, it says optimized for Series X, multiplayer 2 to 4, online co-op 2 to 6, online co-op 2 to 6, online multiplayer 2 to 12, cross-platform play, 60 frames per second, HDR. And according to this, doesn't say. Oh, powered by IceQ, a new gameplay intelligence system, but yeah, it doesn't say how much space it actually needs, which is interesting. Usually it tells you how much, but this time it doesn't. Okay, so let's actually open up the game case because I do want to see the condition of the game itself. Let's see. I just got to be careful here. I don't want to ruin it any more than I already have. Yeah, so I'm gonna assume that the reason why this was a little cheaper than the other copies was because it was somebody who had previously bought it and returned it, or maybe something inside was damaged. You never really know with these things. But yeah, let's try our best not to ruin it. Right, here we go. Okay. Okay, so on the left we have the game disc itself. Pretty standard for the pretty standard affair, and looks pretty fine to me. And on the right we have uh, what looks like to be a voucher of sorts for 250 in-game currency. Get unique player packs, assemble your dream lineup in Hockey Ultimate Team and World of Shell with NHL points, and compete to be the best on the ice. Requires the game, of course, you need NHL, all game updates, internet connection, and an EA account. Oh, and there's a code on the back, but honestly, I'll probably have redeemed it by the time this video is out, so really that's good luck redeeming that. And you also got a pamphlet here for EA Play. This is this is the EA's own subscription service. Scan the code for control options. Oh yeah, they have a website for the controls, but they don't actually. And they bother printing this out, but they don't bother printing out the controls. That's just odd to me. Just print the controls, guys. I mean, heck, they could print it on the back here, on the reverse side of this thing, and yet they don't. But whatever. Now there doesn't seem to be a expiration date, but I'm gonna assume it does have some artificial date, because of course they always take down the servers for these games every couple of years after release or so, just to push people into buying the new versions. So yeah, let's actually pop this into my console and see what happens. All right, here goes the game. Alright, hopefully it loads up, and there it is. The game's loaded up in the corner. NHL 25 for the Series S and X. Okay, obviously it's got to install. But let's see. Let's actually see how much the game needs. Okay. Alright, so in terms of what's on the disk, it requires 41 point... Oh, and it also needs a 6.5 gigabyte patch. Okay. So that's 41 gigabytes, 42 more or less, but also a 6.5 gigabyte patch. That's about 47 or 48 gigabytes in total. I'm not sure if that 6.5 gigabyte patch is on top of the 41 gigabytes though, but hey, let's just say 50 gigabytes for the most part you need. And yeah. Okay, so after waiting a moment, yeah, as you can see right here, it shows the amount of data that's being installed from the disk, but also the amount of data being installed from the internet. So yeah, you actually do need about 50 gigabytes more or less just to install it. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this install, and I'm not gonna assume it's gonna start up unless somehow the disk got damaged. It's definitely gonna work. And even if the disc is not in, it's also gonna work because I got Game Pass anyways. But yeah, that pretty much does it for this video, guys. If you like what you saw and you want to see more of this for whatever reason, as always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.